Okay, I just played the sickest, most awesome fast racing game since F-Zero GX, which was almost 20 years ago, and it has everything to even surpass F-Zero games, seriously. I'm talking about Aero GPX, which is being made by solo developer Aaron McDavid. A huge mad props to him. So, I mean, seriously, buckle up. Welcome to the channel. My name's Arthur, and this is From the Void. F-Zero is one of my favorite franchises, so much so that I made a whole retrospective about it. But at this point, I've all but given up on hoping for a new F-Zero game, so I tried pretty much every single title with any similarity to it, like the Redout series, Grip, Pacer, Trailblazers, the Fast Racing series, Super Pilot, Tube Slider, Radio G, Ultra Race, Anti-Gravitator, Speed Racer, G-Surfers, Light Field, Quantum Redshift, Fatal Inertia, everything. Check out the retrospective for all of those. And at the same time, I've been keeping an eye on games of this kind in production, and for sure the one that stands out the most is Aero GPX, which has just received an open demo on Steam, and it's also currently open to crowdfunding on Kickstarter. And not surprisingly at all, was already funded 100% at this point, with weeks to go on the campaign. So I eagerly tried the demo out, and it's a goddamn blast. Check it out. Yeah, you just heard the game's main theme. It kicks ass. The soundtrack is showing real promise already. It's from LA composer Myron. Check his music out in Bandcamp. I'll leave a link to it in the description. So yeah, that's the first of many positive traits of Aero GPX. Now, like I said, this game is still in production, so the demo is rather limited. It features only 5 races that can be tackled in Grand Prix format, single races, or time trials. You can choose between 5 vehicles with different traits, and off you go. Fast racing. Aero GPX has a lot of interesting gameplay features. Some are things we've seen in F-Zero and similar games, and others are brand new to this title, and those are incredibly exciting. For the usual stuff, you got your regular boost. You can see in the top there, using it depletes the green boost bar, which is separated from the health bar in this game, and this ties to another mechanism too. I'll talk about that later. Then pressing each trigger will have your vehicle strafe to the sides for sharper turns, or if you double tap it, it abruptly dashes to the sides, which can be used to smash into other cars and kill them, just like F-Zero. You can also use the spin attack, so the combat mechanisms here are freaking awesome. It is very clear to me that the dev wanted to do a kind of spiritual successor to F-Zero X and GX, and bless him, because I've been waiting for this for almost 20 years now. As for racing mechanisms, there is a lot to cover, and this is where the game is shining the brightest, adding some very interesting new ideas to the old school recipe. The coolest thing in my opinion is the namesake of the game, the aerial racing sections. Points in the track, there will be airstreams where the racing takes a whole new third dimension, and this feels fantastic, seriously. By the way, the controls in this game are already perfect in my opinion. Real tight, feels great to play. And during the airborne sections, there is another whole new mechanic called the drill dive, which is when you lift up from the stream and then dive down, drilling, gaining insane speeds. People are managing to make some incredible things with this already. Here is Liam, Twitter handle @JazzyFuture. I mean, just take a look. Did you see there, in a cylinder section of the track with enough speed, you can fly off, become airborne and drill dive again. It's insane. Another new feature is the spin grind. When parallel to a wall, if you use the spin attack, it will grind against the wall and propel you forward, which is another crazy cool idea. And this is what ties to the boost and health bars being separated, like I said, because this depletes your health, so you can't abuse it. One of the more complicated maneuvers is the hyperslide, an improved boost you can do while turning. If you manage to lose traction, which can be manually done by pressing both triggers at the same time, and then let go of the trigger opposite to the curve's direction, which is kind of tricky because it's illogical to your brain, requires some practice. But if you do it right, then boost, you enter hyperslide, which is indicated by this pink flash in the bottom of the vehicle. While doing so, you can use the side attacks to extend this maneuver, as it throws your car to the opposite direction, which makes it even cooler. I mean, come on, this game, man, jeez. What else? Let's see. Oh yeah, there's something called 2D steering. This is a way to fine-tune the direction of your car, which is incredibly useful when in high speeds, especially in cylindrical tracks. You do this by pressing up on the analog stick and then tilting it to the sides to fine-tune the direction. This is really nice. It doesn't sound like much, but makes a big difference for advanced gameplay. And I think that's it. I think this covers all of the major mechanisms in Aero GPX. As for the features that are not yet in the game, but I know are coming, a big one for me is the pilots. Each vehicle will have a well-designed pilot, just like F-Zero, and I love it. It gives a lot more character to the game. We have already seen a few of them, and there is one stretch goal that will add 5 more pilots, on top of the 30 already planned. I've also seen footage showing an airborne mechanism where you can aim at an opponent and propel your vehicle on its direction a little bit, but I don't think this was added to the demo. And I think that's all I can tell about Aero GPX so far. And it should be more than enough to convince you to try the demo out and go fund it on Kickstarter right now, because this game is already freaking awesome. Just imagine what it can become. Alright, that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed. I'm happy to talk about Aero GPX again. This is the major focus of From the Void, to bring light into games that are not being talked enough. I mean, old, new, small, big, doesn't matter. And to do so, I count with your generous donations. This channel is partially funded by you. So I want to thank everyone that is already chipping in to the Patreon, making this dream of lesser known gaming coverage a reality. So thank you very much, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.